about what it's actually going to cost to run your SEO campaign. Now, this is not PaperStreet's numbers. You can Google this and you can search for it yourself. But believe it or not, the average SEO cost is between $2,500 and $7,500 per month. So really, the median cost is about $5,000 a month. And it's not uncommon for campaigns to be at least $10,000 a month, especially if you're bigger in a bigger city or you're doing something like personal injury.
Mhm.
Now, the reason how that cost comes into play is because it does depend on things like your geographic areas. For example, LA is one of our most competitive markets because there are a lot of personal injury lawyers in LA. And what are they doing? They're all competing to do what it is that you may be doing if it's personal injury. Thus, you have a lot of firms putting money into their content, putting money into their backlinks, trying to expand and reach out. And then it also comes down to their keywords. Are you searching for the really competitive keywords that everyone's investing in? Are you searching for auto accidents? Are you doing things like, truck accidents, which can be extremely lucrative if you land one, but yet they're very expensive to market for? Even it does depend, believe it or not, some people are like, oh, well, how competitive could estate planning be? It could be because it will depend on how many other people are searching for estate planning lawyers, how competitive it is, where are you located, and things like that. So we'll talk about some of these costs as we go on. But unfortunately, SEO is not something that's stable and going to stay at a certain price point. And what we mean by that is competition continues to increase. It doesn't have a race where people drop out of. People put more money into their content, more money into their link building. Search volumes continue to increase, things like that. So
Mhm.
you have to understand that SEO is ever changing and ever growing, and as such, your budget may be as well.
I think it's really important to take into consideration what I also had mentioned as far as the components that make up an SEO campaign, because taking all the factors that you just mentioned, that you literally just went over, if one thinks of any company, it doesn't matter what company, and you look at what that hourly rate is, it's essentially dividing up the time of all that we discussed and then basically breaking it down to how it fits into each segment. So, if you look at that budget, let's say it's that $5,000 median budget, a portion of that is going into the technical side. A portion of that is going into the development updates of your website. A big portion of that is probably going into the content. A big portion of that is going into the link building, et cetera, et cetera.